So much pain, I'm like, when's it gonna stop? So much pain, cause my life's been a lot. So much pain, I'm getting tired of these blocks. I'm in last place right now, but I soon reach the top. So much pain, I'm like, when's it gonna stop?
Welcome back to the Last Place Podcast episode. Oh my God, Hunter, what episode are we on?
That's a fucking good question, lad.
This is 46. It has to be 46.
In the 40s, pushing 50s.
Yeah, because I remember hitting the Fantastic Four last time. So yeah, episode 45. Is this an achievement?
Yes.
Of course. Yeah, I guess so.
That boy said yes. Yeah, episode 45, guys. Congrats to us, I suppose.
We made it.
Yeah, it's not quite 50, but it's damn near close. So let's pat ourselves on the back. So yeah, episode 45.
Primary school.
Since primary school, since secondary. So as you can see already, we've had people talking on the other side of the room. Special guests, not so special anymore. The man dem. We got
Bad man Uzi.
all right then.
Uzi McCuzi.
Back again. That's a two combo
Two
streak.
keys.
This is next to his face like that.
We got two combo streak like a Duolingo.
Appreciate you for having me.
Come on, hey, you can come back 10 times in a row if you like.
Right.
It's just if the stars align. And oh my God, look who it is.
Tizo.
Introduce yourself.
Mr. Byron.
Tizo, grandson, here again, ready.
Mr. Byron. That's probably last time we came on the
Yeah. You raw went viral, but had people at work saying,
Is it? Yeah. Bro, it's what? Let me check how many views this
that
got.
raw licked off blood. Especially on TikTok, that licked off.
No ads, nothing, bro.
Licked off still.
Random people just commenting.
They just felt the realness, bro. They just felt the realness, you get me? And that's all it was. That's all it was. I just said, yo, I have a certain way of running things, and that's how I run things. And that was it.
61 K views. You know when people saw that, blood?
Bro, bare people, bro.
Bare people, blood. Damn.
You never know, we might have another couple of those moments today.
Yeah, man, if you're feeling the realness and you're feeling the realness in it, you can't deny it. That's the thing with the people, They can't deny the realness, blood. You're feeling it.
You either got it or you don't.
Yeah. And that's the reality. That's the reality.
You better eat it.
So yeah, man them locked in. Uzi and Tizo ain't been on the podcast at the same time.
We haven't.
Ever. So
I've been waiting though.
This is that's an event in itself. This mic sounds very airy, but it's gonna have to do regardless. But yes, one of your hosts, Young Double, Sexy Smile Life, Sexy Trans, Sexavelli, Sexton, Saint Sexo, that's the new one. To my right,
Boy, big Tycoon, Mr. Chestnut Checkers. Mr. We're not going anywhere.
I need you to do that again, bro. Where was
There was no
energy?
conviction still.
Nah,
Yeah, there was no
terrible.
conviction.
That was
terrible.
He said he's hard in it, bro.
One more. Okay, well, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
I did it bad times, bro.
Okay, come on, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Mr. Chestnut Checkers, boy, big Tyco. We're not going anywhere.
If he wasn't short on time, I'd make him again.
Under duress.
9:53.
He's hot in it still. He's hot in it.
It's hot in it. That
bro.
boy did not look at the camera when he said it.
Stop.
Mr. Chestnut Checkers. Oh, sorry. Okay, cool. How's man them's weeks been? So Tizo, I'm gonna start with you since you ain't been on here in like a year, blood.
Weeks been cool still. Can't really complain. As I said from the last time I've been on there, up and down, innit? Up and down. That's life though. Sometimes we're at the highest, sometimes we're at our lowest. That's how it gets, you get me? Can't complain.
That boy's just coming on here just to drop gems today, I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones.
Can't
blood.
complain.
All I know is though, obviously without touching too much on it for the people them and saying too much, a lot's changed since the last time you've been on the podcast. And man, all we wanted was change.
A lot still.
All we wanted was change, and that boy's just changing.
A lot. Praise Drover though, you get me? Right. Can't do it without him. Can't lie.
One of them things there. You all done? You're good?
Yeah, obviously we get to, but yeah, just for the most part, yeah, just life innit.
For the Tizo, man.
For the Tizo. Uzwa?
Grandson.
Come on.
Grandson.
Oh, look a proud dad.
Stop.
We should have seen it.
Yeah. We went through it still.
I see the farmer come out there.
Hey.
I see the farmer come out there.
From the place that I was though, Uzi.
Bro, come on, man.
Father Uz blood.
Come on, yeah, man. Father Uzi.
Talk to us, bro. Your week.
It's been a decent week still. I worked, obviously. Went Sea Life Centre with the little one yesterday. It wasn't even the Sea Life Centre. It was
Zelda.
Come on, Zelda.
Big up Zelda. Big up Zelda.
Went to the deep. Fish.
Fish, man.
Fish.
Penguins.
Fish and penguins. Fish and penguins. Yeah, man. It was nice. It was nice. She started to see things that she'd never seen before. So that's always it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, man, I'm easy, man. Life is good. Even when it's not good, life is good.
That's it. That is it. That is it. That is it.
Man. Yeah, man.
Tycho, talk to him.
Yeah, but calm week. Get me a break. Refresh myself, blood, to go back again, blood. Yeah, blood.
Nice to hear, blood.
He doesn't look refreshed right now, though.
Bro, man's been traveling, bro. So yo,
Nah, you have.
Yeah, it's nice to hear from Hunter, blood.
Straight into the podcast.
Because Hunter don't be taking breaks, blood. That boy on go 24/8.
Now you know what? It was nice to go out the other day with the man as well. Still, that was a nice little event. Still,
Last weekend.
nice little event, blood.
Facts. Man don't ever see Tycho no more, you know, blood.
That's cat, bro.
Man don't ever see you no more, blood.
Nah, we don't still, you know.
Come on, bro.
Nah, you know we
don't argue this now.
Yeah,
it's a 3v1, bro.
You know we don't still.
I'm not involved.
Even if we don't see you enough in it. Put it that way.
So what the fuck you want me to do, blood?
There's no problem with it. It's just
Pop outside me.
there's no problem with it.
Man, ain't no
problem with it.
Man, complaining, bro.
Nah, there ain't no problem with it. But obviously,
Man complaining.
I'm just saying, if it was up to me, I'd see you every weekend. No, you know what I'm saying. But hey,
He's starting.
I'm just saying.
Obviously, man ain't complaining. Man just tell you what it is.
You get me?
It's just a fact, isn't it? Like, man don't see
Checking
that.
There ain't no problem, man. I wouldn't change anything. But I'm just saying, like, yo, he knows what we mean, man. But yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, it's fine. My week's been all right, boys. Yeah, man. Work, break. Got a lot of stuff on the mind right now. I'm resetting a lot. I'm not indulging in a lot more stuff. I'm kind of stripping everything back. Meditating. I found a lot of peace in meditation now. So I'm trying to get that in. I'm trying to have a bit more of a scheduled nighttime routine. That's also a bit more fun. And yeah, I'm just noticing a few changes in the mind. I've always been quite a transparent person, but I feel a lot more clarity within thyself now. So yeah,
Now he's invisible.
basically, I'm Hollow Man.
How was Jamaica, blood?
Not gigs though. Jamaica, man. Jamaica was good. Easy don't. Jamaica was fun. Jamaica was a time. I'm tanned as hell. I experienced things I never thought I'd experience. The food was incredible. If I drank, I would be drunk every day. The pina coladas on tap over there, brazy. The sea,
the cocoa bread that we used.
brazy. Blood.
Effing up that cocoa bread in the party.
Blood. Bro, there was
That is blood.
broski. There was times I didn't even post on Insta.
Oi.
I had about 4 of them things.
Facts.
That was me taking it easy.
You did say.
That was me taking it easy, bro. Tasty patties.
Oh my god.
Can't lie.
I don't even like pies. I reckon I
Actually,
love them,
no.
though.
Sorry, I lied.
Don't say juicy.
I was juicy.
Nah, tasty.
I was juicy.
blood.
I was juicy. I was
Juice
juicy.
is top
I was
tier.
juicy.
you know.
Sorry, I was talking.
Juicy
Listen,
is top tier.
Tasty's just flakes.
Lame lad.
I like the flake thing though. That's tasty,
Hold on.
bro.
Lame lad.
Hold on, I feel bad because I'm a juicy man through and through. The juicy patty sweetened me so much, bro. My dad said, "Let's go get a tasty patty." Yesterday.
You denied.
I denied,
Nah,
bro.
you need to explore.
No.
Did you eat tasty?
No. Like that was an accident. Like I'm upset. I'm upset.
Oh, bro, tasty.
No. I'm juicy through and through. Juicy through and through. I can't even lie, bro. Like I seen a store. I was starving. I seen a tasty store. I said nah. I said juicy through and through, bro.
Aye.
Oh, you locked off his blessings for no reason.
I did.
Tasty is fucking fire, bro.
My dad said why? I said me and the homies hate tasty patties.
Bro, I'm just yet to experience
phone
both blood.
I'm phoning him. I said me and the homies hate tasty patties. Like I ain't even tasted it, bro. It's probably bad, but just because of how good that first patty was. I said, I said next time
put you in a muscle up.
I know when food slaps like that, you know, you think
This experience is staying there.
The worst thing is, I'm a man that likes to try everything, bro. But when I had that patty, bro, I didn't even want to have the idea of saying, "Oh, who's this?" But I had to just keep it one sided.
That's how good it. That's how
good it was, bro. And I had one time, but it wasn't from like the bakery itself. It was from just a place that we sell juicy patties. It was okay because it was just in an oven, so they must get them shipped in. And the cocoa bread was a bit mid, and I said I ain't doing that again. So then I went to the juicy bakery, like the official shop, and crazy.
Yeah, bro.
What y'all think about patties? It's not patties.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know, because I actually like patties, but certain, obviously, like certain, it just has to be done right, innit?
Wait, what patties are you thinking of then?
He's thinking about the Tesco patties and that.
Like I used to get
island patties.
They're actually alright, you know. I just like pastry.
That's not no.
It's not the real thing. It's not the real thing.
Obviously, but I'm a pastry guy.
So don't get me wrong. St. George used to give some great patties, you know. But we were young though. Now we were young though. So we don't even know. We don't even. Nah. Youth club.
Okay.
Some good patties from there.
No.
But I reckon because we was young, we didn't even know.
No. But the chef there. Was an old Jamaican.
When it Quezzy? I swear his name was Quezzy or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Like the chef. I can't with the bald head.
No, but that was it. He was one of the youth workers.
Oh yeah, Quezzy. Bro, there was somebody else, bro. There was somebody else in the kitchen. Was it a woman?
Yes, remember Marcus?
Yeah. Oi, that is a decent. I was dying. Listen. We grew up in some great times, bro.
But that
Quezzy blood. Oi.
I have to remember my man.
That boy was your colour, bro. Like your skin complexion. It was chat skin complexion, but he was just bald.
Yeah.
He was your skin complexion, and he had a round head. So he used to speak soft. Bro.
I can't remember my man.
Quezzy, bro.
I just remember going into friggin' youth club, blood, ordering one of them sexy chicken sandwiches. Remember the chicken nuggets, blood?
You're funny, though, dude.
Bro, I might used to race so you could eat the quickest, blood. I wish he was there.
Monday night youth club, bro. They used to serve us up a patty on them paper plates, bro. Listen. That was the best thing ever to me. That was good. Probably because we were so young, we didn't even know.
Bring back government funding, bro. Because you see the experiences that we had at that post-16 centre, blood. Forget about it, bro.
Bro, go.
No, go.
Bro, like when you think about it though, like them man were all volunteering for free, bro.
There was, bro.
Yeah,
there was.
Crazy.
To look after bad kids as well.
But I wouldn't do that.
But you know what it is? I reckon they seen the good in man. Because there was loads of us, bro. Like there was loads of us, bro.
Hot slap bang in the middle of the
ends, bro. Like there was loads of. Like I'm leaving my yard 2 minutes. I'm on to back round by park. We man link up by the shores or something like that. You get me? But this time my sister used to go before, man. You get me?
Facts.
She used to go when we was a little bit younger. So that's what really got man introduced to it. But also,
and you have to deep it as well. Like there was the Monday night one after school and whatever, and then the summer one.
The summer one. You see, the summer one. I got barred from that, bro. I couldn't even go on the what was it called?
The trips,
bro. I was hurt, bro.
I was there for a little.
But there was a word for them.
Years later, though.
Like blood.
Residential,
bro. I was hurt, bro.
Like I went there once, like for a little bit. As in like one summer. This was, I don't even remember when it was, but my niece was there as well.
Now, how old was she, bro? Like 3?
No.
More than likely, though.
How old was
she? Like 3 now? Like, how old was she back then?
It's not 3 now, bro. She was young. She was going to St. Chad's at the time. So
swear down.
Yeah.
Nah, Splash had bare kids there.
Bare kids, bro.
And
it was spread throughout the whole vicinity. So Aston and Newtown. So I'm not surprised if you was actually
bare kids, bro. Even from
facts.
Hockley as well.
Yeah, facts.
That was a moment.
Bob just wanted to see everyone shine, bro. And that's really it, bro. Bob just wanted to see everyone shine, bro.
When man really deep it, bro. All of the activities, man had karate free. Man had ice.
OC's using karate.
Pansy, bro. I remember everybody, Pansy. Her name was Pansy, bro.
I had you man under discipline,
Under discipline, bro. I used to treat that like training, bro.
Swear.
I used to treat that like training, bro. I got up to I think I got up to orange, bro. Or something like that. Orange and white. Because before you got to the next colours, it would go it will put like the color that you had before and the color that you're going on to.
Yeah.
So I used to have I went up to about orange, bro. Orange, I went up to about
Locked in.
Yeah, bro. I was doing one-on-ones with man and everything barefoot. I was doing everything, bro. I was
a uniform.
yeah, bro. I took that serious though. Big up my uncle though. Big up my uncle store for that one there, bro. Big up my uncle.
He was the one that
He's the one that put man into that store. Big up my uncle, blood.
Shout out to Unks.
Man had karate. Man had obviously man always used to kill the sports hall. One of my most vivid memories of being in the sports hall. I don't remember what it was. I think we had to warm. We got instructed to like warm up because there was like a little gym section before you'd walk in. I remember
that was so small. That gym.
R.I.P. Swift. R.I.P. Swift.
Oi.
R.I.P. Swift.
Real G. That boy used to put me in when I wasn't even good enough, blood.
R.I.P.
Listen.
Wait, by the way, that's Rapman's cousin as well. That's Rapman's cousin.
And they look identical as well.
That boy used to put me in, bro.
Aye, Swiftly.
Bro, listen, man was in that small gym. Dobber was there. Bro, I just remember Hunter being fast. That boy put that boy put the treadmill on the fastest setting. He was holding on to the sides and he kept doing his leg like this, yeah. Let's be fast, yeah. And then obviously everyone's laughing. Hunter.
Hunter used to be
So that boy forgot to turn it off, walked past it, bro, and went vroom. Like blood. I was in absolute tears for about an hour, bro. Sometimes I still think about that. You know the funny videos that you see on Insta? That was Tycoon, bro.
I never saw my face again, you know.
Tycoon used to love ramping still.
Blood, I swear to God, blood.
That's a memory that is. I forgot about that, blood.
I can never forget.
I forgot about that.
I've refused to forget, blood.
Locked in.
But yeah, you know what's mad? There's so many people that I've met along the way as well. When like man discuss like play centers, splash, and they said, yeah, I used to go, and it's so crazy because we come up like we cross paths at some point. And we just never knew because obviously they weren't in like our friendship circle or something. They might have been in ICT when we was playing football or vice versa.
So all I wanted to do still, all I wanted to do was just go to the whole. I didn't care about ICT. I didn't care about nothing else, bro. I just wanted to go. Even if I was in goal, bro, I'm going in there, bro. I'm going in there, bro. I don't know if you remember Tycoon, but I remember one time I was playing Monday Night Football with you, man. You see all the oldest of our TV set back then, time people there, people like that, bro. I remember I went up for the ball. I've done a high foot or something. I tried to touch it down, but I dropped on my back, bro. Listen, can you remember that?
I can remember. You was winded.
And I was winded. Bro, I thought I was gonna die, you know. And I'm small, you know. When these times, bro, like the way my chest is moving, I'm like, nah. I remember I'm going home, bro. I didn't play again, bro. Everyone's surrounding me like, yo, you good in that? I'm like, yo, bro, nah, bro.
I don't even know.
I'm going home, bro. That's all I know, bro. I'm going home, bro.
Because I fractured my wrist for the first time there.
In there, I damaged myself a couple times in there, bro. We used to ramp in there, you know. I used to damage myself a couple times in there.
Bro, I was in goals, bro. Tell me why. Bro, I'm like 10, you know. Why is Ruza kicking the ball?
Just rossing the ball. You would have, going and go against them, man. It's crazy. Them man booting the ball, you know. Yo, booting it, bro.
Toe poking it.
And it's metal goals as well.
With 110s?
It's metal goal with 110s.
And I don't think man used to play area in that. I don't know.
Nah, we didn't. This was just a ghetto 5-on-5, bro. Literally,
just rossing
it from anywhere.
Hoping for the best.
Hey, you know what though? It's a setup, you know, because bro, look how that kept man occupied, bro.
100%.
That kept man so occupied, bro.
Kept man so occupied in the most crucial years of a man's life.
Literally,
and it also was good for networking because you see, like a lot of these people today, like for example, there's some man that used to go to that play center that a lot of men are scared of. But we was just kicking ball
casually with the killers, blood.
With the killers. With the killers and the hitters, bro.
Oh, stop.
We was playing 60 seconds.
Literally.
We was playing table whatever. We was playing Quake.
I should tell you what scared me the most though. When I used to leave Monday Night Youth Club in the night with all the oldest. But the after bit, that used to scare me, bro. You don't know what they're bringing out. Man, are bringing out dogs, man, chasing you. Bro, you don't know what's happening. You don't know what's happening. You just gotta be prepared, bro. When we're leaving here now, you don't know what's gonna happen, bro.
And then not only that, man has to walk for the path as well. Yeah.
Obviously, Tycoon was good because he just had a stretch. You get me? Like Tycoon could just cut that way, but we had to walk past shops and that. You get me?
Yeah, that man would just go right back and jump.
Yeah. You were good, bro.
Yeah, it was an experience though, because not only it's like man's just living in a mad area. Then it's like you go to youth club to forget about it, and it's like You leave.
And then, and you know with youth club as well, I used to see like youth club used to make you think as a youth, you don't really understand it, but you know that there's more to what man has seen in the ends.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like you can go youth club, people treat you a certain way. You're cool with what's his name, Jeff. All these man, like man, just cool with everyone, bro. Like it was mad. I think that's what hindered man from doing a madness, bro. If we went at youth club, man would have got up to way more badness.
And deeper as well. For, like this is probably one of the first points in man's life as kids, 13, 14-year-olds, where like we're interacting with adults and they're treating us as equals. So they're not like, oh, they're not treating us like teachers and students. They're just like, you're coming to the youth club. Just respect the things.
Look, man, you can play, but you're in goal. You get your kind of thing, but you're playing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Look, man, you can play, but you're in goal. Like, bro, think about Swift. Yeah, man's interaction with Swift and how he treated man. Man wouldn't. Not like man going to school, man not hating teachers, but from the gate, if that makes sense.
Like we're sniffing them teachers like Swift.
Yeah, blood. You know what I mean?
You know what
I mean? Man, I'm thinking, like. Because man's idea of like them, obviously youth club workers, I'm looking at them like teachers, isn't it? But at the same time, they're not. So like when man's going into school and that man can probably realise, there's a black teacher there that's probably like my man. Yeah, facts. Man was at youth club. Facts. You know what I mean?
And you know the funny thing about you saying that is I've never seen nobody getting any problems with them, man. Crazy, Swift, even Marlon, bro.
Only Bradford.
Yeah, he was just a.
Sorry, Bradford, if you watch this. Holy Bradford.
He just used to ramp.
Was a lunatic.
Yeah, he just used to ramp.
Bradford was a lunatic.
But like Marlon, remember Marlon? Marlon was cool. That's why I used to love. He used to love walking wide and all that. Marlon was cool.
What's the geezer used to do football, man? What's his name again? Funny geezer, dark skin, small. Did his name begin with a G? He used to do football, man.
What kind of hair? Normal hair?
Nah, like he used to have like an afro and twist sort of like kind of. What did you like?
I don't remember you.
Blood. He's like one of the main guys in Continental Stars.
Mr. Benji.
Benji.
And that boy remembers Benji when he had plaits. Oi, listen.
Hey, bro, Benji went through errors, blood.
Bro.
All I know is that boy just looked tired every single
time, bro. Even when man linked back up with him in college football, but he still looked the same, bro. Big up Benji still.
No sleep.
Yeah, no sleep. Large up Benji still. Hustler.
But you know what? Like back to that, what I'm saying though, these man took time out their life. To come and look after youth that are not theirs, bro. Like man are actually caring and looking after youth that are not theirs, and them man are not getting paid. And even if they are getting paid,
they weren't getting paid they weren't getting paid no.
Some of them man are bringing their youths there as well.
Facts.
To either enjoy or just to
keep them out of the badness.
Facts.
Like man have to rate that, blood. And I feel like that, like man is saying, he kept man out of trouble. So like, why take that away? Like all the shit that you see on the roads that these youths are doing now. If you had youth club, you won't have to send most of these youths to jail.
You're not crazy. Studios are so accessible. Drill music's so accessible. Everyone's got a phone. Everyone's got a camera. So now it's just like
literally.
Let me put on a bally and just talk about chinging, man.
Literally.
Because I could shoot a music video right now without a camera, without a phone, without.
And when we were going to youth club, we weren't like that. Like man didn't have phones and that to say, yo, man, look about youth club. Man just knew. From going school together
starts
or whatever.
At 5.
Like, starts at 6. Get me?
Man had phones, but at the time, man's phone could only play a rhythm.
Just a rhythm, bro.
And if he was freestyling.
Man grew up in the greatest times, you know. Man grew up in some great times, bro. Man grew up in some great. I feel like we grew up when the world was obviously the world's never been known, but I feel like we grew up in a bit of normality.
100.
We were the last generation.
Yeah, bro. To even experience that old school shit
before the tech age and all that. We definitely
because we was experiencing tech advance, but it was sort of just at an advancement of here's a phone you can make calls. Oh my god, here's a phone that makes calls and plays music.
My god, even if it was green screen, bro. I remember the first green screen. I had a flip phone, bro. That's the first phone I ever got. You know, that was my granddad's phone. That shit looked like a fucking. One of them SOS phones that you phone if you jumble or something. I had that green screen. I was gassed, bro.
With the aerial at
the top, bro. I was gassed, bro.
Even like MSN and that, like when that first
MSN went off, you know. Oh my!
Like, bro, that was my entertainment, bro. Like that would be on that. after school.
Come on,
all
bro.
the way
Just
till
chatting.
night.
MSN. And then when MSN died, it was Skype, bro. And Skype is when it really took off. Because that's when
me and the skis are on Skype.
Oi, that's when you could video call gal and that. So he was crazy back then. He was just crazy.
But,
I didn't participate in any of that.
Oh, and you know what? I was using Skype on the lap, bro. The man remembered them laptops that school gave, man.
yes.
The small silver
Oi,
things.
that's what I was using. No, these youths never grew up on that, bro. Trust me. Trust me.
I don't
They were top of the range back then as well, you know.
Yeah, they were good.
They were HP laptops, bro. They were mad, bro.
the kids even have like funding to get free laptops or anything anymore.
Now they got iPads and stuff now.
The iPads,
Just in class.
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. But we was able to take those home to like
Literally,
my
like they were our personal things. Yeah, those are ours, bro.
You know what's crazy about my thing as well? Because you had to pay it off like monthly.
Yeah, I remember saying like that.
Bro,
Yeah,
I think the payments for mine stopped after about 6 months. You know?
literally.
I don't even know what
I don't
Literally,
remember.
I don't even think
remember
I think I paid for like 2 months or something like that. But then they just stopped. I just kept the laptop, bro. All I know, I just kept the laptop. I kept that laptop for years. That laptop
Was it like certain man could use it because of laptops? Because I only remember
swear there was
laptop at sixth form.
there was a certain amount of them.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You had to apply or something. Yeah.
I never got one still. I never signed one. Nah, I didn't get one.
Man signed up immediately. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah,
I think they sent letters or something.
Scheme or something.
Yeah, I think they sent letters or something like
Yeah, I
that.
think
But
that's
I
what it is. I remember that now.
It was to help us do our homework, though. I can remember it vividly. Like it was to help us do our homework and shit, like easy or something. Like it was. Remember my maths. Because bare man couldn't apply get on my maths. I never had internet, you know. I didn't have Wi-Fi in my yard till about probably year 9, bro. I swear down, bro. I never had Wi-Fi, bro. I used to go to my nan's and that, bro, to get Wi-Fi, bro. I swear down.
Fuck my maths.
When I used to talk, bro, my maths used to piss me off. Man used to talk about, play me at FIFA, play me at this, bro. I'm like, yeah, bro, I gotta go down to my nan's door, you get me? I'm bucky after school, but man gotta go down to their nan's, bro. I should have said.
I can remember. Cause you said, why is Tizo's never online that much?
Man playing Nuketown, you get me? I might have to wait though, bro.
I used to be, why is Tizo's never online that much? This kid used to go online every
late, get me.
He was one of them man that was. He was like.
I went online, bro. And when I did come online, I was going hard. Because I wanted to prove myself. So next morning when man go hear me, next morning when man go to school, I could say, yo, yeah, bro, I smoked you, bro. The millions of times.
These times, man didn't even know that Tizo were in his own yard.
Bro,
that boy went to his nan's for a quick 45 piece.
These times she lived down the road as well.
You know what's mad? I think I remember. I think I must have had Devi on there as well. And I feel like I used to clock whenever Devi was on, you were online.
Yeah, bro.
So I know you used to argue.
Man used to argue, bro.
I know you used to argue.
Like man copped that Xbox or whatever it was at the time, bro. I'm like to Devi, yo, fam, this is man got to take turns, bro. You get me, bro? Like yo, come down, you get me? Put up the thing at your nan's, bro. You get me? Man, I had a room as well, so it was kind of cool. I could probably stay over till the morning, then get ready to go to school and shit like that. But yeah, bro, I never had Wi-Fi like that, bro. Wi-Fi was a mad thing to me. When I got it in year 9, that was a mad thing to me, bro. I was like, fuck, so that I can stay in my own yard now. You get me?
That boy been outside since the beginning of time.
Broski.
Without choice.
That's how man come up though.
Broski.
Truly.
That's wild, blood. All of us went to the same school from the start year 7
Start to finish, man.
to finish. And we're all still here, blood. Still
Praise
friends.
Jehovah, blood.
Still there, blood. Yo, that's a blessing because I know some people can't even keep friends, blood. You know, like that. I seen a post as well. It says something about if you friends. I seen it today as well. If you friends for over 6 years, it means it'll last a lifetime. I don't know how true that is or how likely it is, but yeah.
I hear it because what for us, man, at least 15 years.
Minimum.
At least.
Yeah.
When we leave school, what, 17, 16,
Minimum
16,
still.
17 years ago?
Minimum.
So,
Nah.
yeah.
We just did the 10-year anniversary like 3 years ago, so it's like only like 13.
That was when we left. I'm talking about from when we started.
Yeah.
So, I mean, man, I locked in still.
Yeah, it's a long time still. It's a long time.
I think we start 2008, innit? And we finished in 2013. That's disgusting, man.
I think you know what it is. Not a lot of people do have that luxury of having that. You get me? But I feel like it's growing up and not growing so far apart. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because I know there's some man that you could see today and you wouldn't be able to like.
You wouldn't be able to even chat to them, yeah.
There's some man that when we left school, we're in man's circle, tight. Man, them you thought you was gonna chat at least for another 5 years. I've not spoke to them since the day we left school. And it's like mad.
My sister always used to tell me that as well. Still, she's like, most of the people that you in school right now, you're not gonna speak to them in the next 6. I'm like, nah, these are my boys, man. You get me? I'm telling her, you know, because she's a female. I'm telling her, nah, bro, these are my boys, bro. But obviously, you know what's the great thing about us though? Even though man's grown up and we've had to navigate through life in a certain way, man still kept contact with each other.
Yeah.
That's because most people grow up together. They still have contact after school and that, but because of life and experiencing life and getting jobs and things like that, and certain jobs, you forget, you don't keep contact with people. But no matter what, we've still kept all the contact, no matter if it's not every day, or sometimes man ain't spoke for like 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the same.
It's never a slight though when man
It's never nothing changes, and that's what's kept.
Man.
That's what's kept everything the way it is still.
But that's the thing though. Like what you're saying, like you can't speak to man for, because even the other day I was speaking to Jammer. I ain't spoke to Jammer in ages, but it's still the same. Calm, like
Yeah.
man ain't like, oh, you ain't messaged me in 9 months. It's like, yo, calm, bro. It's like, yo, it's like, what?
Man are a certain caliber of man. You know, like that. Like there's some people that man would just, you know, dap up, say, probably pop up on Insta here and there, like, oh, good to see you, still active or whatever. But it's just, man ain't really got. The thing is, with all of us, we've all got stuff in common as well. It might not be we all share the same hobbies, but we're all interlinked or intertwined somehow, some way, which makes it like, oh, let me message or call this person or send something to this person or whatever. It's not just kind of like we just talk.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's not just yeah. What you're saying? So I think that helps as well. Because for me, my sister and everyone around me used to say the same thing, like, oh, you ain't gonna chat to like most of the people. Out of gang, there's only like one man that's dropped out, blood. That's it. Like, other than that, I speak to everybody, blood.
Yeah. It took me a moment. It took me a second.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm still cool with everyone I was cool with in school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can probably say the same, give or take, but yeah, majority 95%.
95%. That's
Most
a
of them
highest
boys,
percentage. That's a high percentage, blood.
Most of them boys though.
Because I know some people that have left school, bro, and they just turn their back against the world, like just ain't spoke to nobody. Have you heard from him? Nah, I ain't seen him since. You can't find him on Facebook or nothing, blood. Like, but that's just because man didn't have a unit back then. You know what I'm saying? They was probably a bit lost back then, and kind of finding their feet. But then they just feel like, I don't really need to speak to these people because they don't bring nothing to me. Or
you know what, life's real though. So I wouldn't blame people for being like that, because when you step out into the real world, it's
that shit.
There's no training wheels, man.
No training
None.
wheels.
Do it.
None.
Just do it.
None.
And you still have to remember, man leaves school, you're still figuring out yourself.
You still figure it. That's even more figuring out yourself now, because what these man brainwashed us with, nothing got so when I left, Yo, nothing got so, bro. I'm telling ya. Like, yo, they especially that Miss. Especially that her, Miss Bartley. Like, get me. You used to.
Man still think man is in school, yo. Big man,
bro. Miss Bartley, bro.
You know what it is though? I'm only saying it because obviously people, relatives, ting. Obviously, she did what she did to me.
She did what she did to us, bro.
You know what I mean? Bro, man, a grown ass man, bro.
she
You know what I'm
I'm the person in this room who has a decent relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. There's people that love her. There's people that love her.
There's someone I know who said, you know what, I hear everything she said.
You know what I'm saying? And I respect it. But you see, when it came to me and S,
bane of your lives, bro.
Bro,
Bane
you must have
lives.
seen something greater in us than we seen, because how can you be calling 2 youths that are probably the most in challenge that you've ever seen stupid? That don't make no sense, bro. Get me, like, you can't do that.
That woman just tried to make school hell for no reason.
For no reason, bro.
She used to try gaslight me and everyone around to think I was like the bad kid. Little old me, blood.
This is because man are clocking their movements. We know what you're doing. Like, you can't manipulate. See, me and S, she couldn't manipulate us, that was their problem, bro. She couldn't manipulate, man, bro.
I never got manipulated, brother. You mad?
It wasn't. Obviously, there's some people where it was just like, sorry, or whatever, bro. Man was not having none of it,
bro.
I was just being me unapologetically,
bro.
I fully understand why you never
she hated it because you
about Shaq.
bro,
you would just say nah, man.
Bro, you know what's funny about Shaq? Why would I say Shaq in his Martin's room, yeah? Because I'm in trouble. I would say, Shaq, what you do there?
I had no reason to be that school was like they had an Illuminati or something. All of the teachers that didn't like me was conspiring against me, bro. Mr. Hamner, yeah.
I couldn't stand that man.
Listen,
Oh my.
man was retired now.
Is he?
I hope you're watching this. Yeah,
That boy used to
see you, bro.
That boy used to give me a you can do better for no. He used to give me a you can do better just because he's giving man's boy a you can do better. That's crazy though.
That's my proximity.
He was a maniac, bro. That's mad.
maniac.
That's mad. Man used to say, "Oh, look at you. You're looking at me. You can do better stamp." Like, bro, what you like?
Yeah,
Bro,
he used to get boys.
he used to get boys.
He's delivering.
He's delivering to the A class. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
You could do better.
I know. You know, for people don't understand.
He's not.
We have to explain. We have to explain to the people that don't understand what you can do better.
Sorry, so at school we had a stamp system. We had a stamp system, so we had a you can do better. So we had a normal stamp. So if we went to maths, we'd have a math stamp, science stamp.
Like a calculator, or like a
yeah. So then that's what we'd need to obviously get through the day.
Base attendance as well. It shows that you attended the class as well.
So I think there's like 5 stamps, 5 lessons throughout the day, and then you'd get a you can do better, which is a bad stamp, or a nil, which is like the worst of the worst.
You're dead basically.
You get a nil. Just
you can do better. Let's see, you was bad, but you can do better.
There's varying reasons why you didn't finish your work, or you was naughty,
or you could skip all those steps and just get sent to the sport room.
We'll get there.
No,
That's where I smelt loads of times. You get me?
So man would get a nil. You can do better a nil. Was there a support room stab?
No.
Nah, you just get sent. There was after a while. There was.
I think you just get sent and it'll get signed off.
Yeah.
Nah, there was a support.
There was a stamp after a while though. After a while, there was.
It was
still.
green. There was a support room.
There was.
You're right.
You used to get signed out. But then they gave a stamp.
So then, boom, man's getting like I remember. I wasn't.
And those
really
points as well, in it.
Yeah. I think basically the you can do better was like
1 point.
1 point.
Nil was at 2.
A late counted as well.
Yeah.
Like lates were like equivalent to like nils.
Yeah.
Nil was 2. I think you couldn't have more than 2 or 3 nils
I
in a
miss
week.
school for that shit there.
And you get detention.
When I think about
you
it,
get detention.
see when I think about it, bro, I miss school for them things there.
I miss school, bro.
For them things there, I miss that shit, you know.
But yeah, carry on explanation for the system.
F school. So all of that, we had a stamp system. Mr. Hamner, that was a maths teacher. That boy did not like me, but I didn't like him, so we're equal. You know what I'm saying? We're even. I didn't really like maths because of these reasons, whatever. And I remember there was like a support teacher in the class, foreign lady, can't even remember her name. Remember, she was like Polish. My God, she was lovely. Absolutely delightful. Always used to be like, Shaquille, can you? So I always used to, be like, oh, maths. But I remember those times where I tried and she was like, very good. And that boy, she was clapping. She's like, oh my God, Shaquille, this is the best work you've ever done. That boy looked me in the eyes. I think you can do better. I said, miss. She said, Shaquille, I don't know what. She said, Shaquille, I don't know what you've done. I said, miss. She said, Shaquille. I stormed out of that classroom. Stormed out of that classroom. And then you know what the worst thing is? Bro, it was the Illuminati in there, because at the end of the day, man was in her class.
Basically.
Yeah, man was in her class, bro. Like, what's it called? It's not the support room. What's it called? Form. So man couldn't run from it.
The form with all the bad use. Like she would just put everybody that just had behavior problems in one form.
Man,
who the hell does that?
That's chaos.
That's chaos.
Man couldn't run from it.
Remember we was under the basement, bro. That Nah, she used to do man bad, She used to do man bad, bro.
You have to explain to the people that doesn't understand.
But it's just the flashbacks hitting me now, bro, and they're hitting me up hard, bro. I'm thinking
to the people.
Bro, the dance studio. Oh my God, down there smell like ants and flying dead people, blood. Crazy blood.
So basically, it's school.
Down there, they smell abandoned.
Wait, yeah, bro. Obviously, in school.
And you know what the word is for that as well? Sorry.
Wait. In school, there was before you start. Obviously, when you go in the morning, there's form class to register, and there was after school form class to sign out of school, innit? So it came to a point where the teacher that these men were calling Miss Bartley, she created a form. Miss Bartley, Miss Ajibadi, created a form. Yeah, to where
she used to get violated still. She used to get violated. Karen.
To where they put
They
all
were two
like
funny sisters,
the quote unquote naughty kids. So like the people that you could do better than Nils.
On a
support
regular.
rooms. They put them all in like a registration class. So when you start in school, all the naughty kids are in this registration class. When you finish in school, all the
Bad
naughty
vibes
kids
from
are in registration
early.
class. So it's like this class, they moved it to the basement of the school.
Some real life Goonies-ish, bro. Like,
Goonies-ish,
like,
bro.
like slavery.
Like she just made us. She just cemented it more that you like ghetto youths.
And
She
bro,
just cemented it.
There was no
She
windows.
just- yeah, there was no windows, bro.
There's no windows in this phone class.
Down there smelled like dead people, bro.
And flying.
Tell me.
Flying-
And remember, you used to have the girls doing dance down there as well, so it just smelled even worse, bro.
I know some people might say, why do you not behave yourself?
I'll be honest, yeah. Forget, I can't speak for these man, right? I can't speak for these man. I had no reason. Some of these men were throwing rocks at windows. Some of these man being caught smoking. Some of these man spitting at teachers.
Nah, we never smoked, look.
Firing up. Nah, I'm just saying. But,
Letting the fire extinguishers, bare shit.
but I'm in there, little old me, little old nerdy me that just wants to go home and play games, bro.
Yeah, you should have ducked that win. I ducked it as well, man. I didn't go in that at all.
Bro, I had no choice, bro. She summoned me.
Yeah, and another thing as well, there used to be detentions, like not the 1 hour detentions. Man, I used to leave school at like 7 o'clock. School finished at 3:15.
Yeah, bro.
I leave school 7 o'clock.
remember that.
6 p.m.
And the problem
8
is,
p.m.
because man's in there with gang as well, bro. Man, she's looking at man, and she's like, "Another 30 minutes." I'm thinking it's just what it is.
Violate.
It's just what it
We
is.
used to link up. We used to link up around the table tennis after.
yeah,
It's dark now, you know. It's dark now, bro. It's what I used to violate, man, bro.
You know, the only thing I can say about that though is that
Don't want to hear no character building.
Nah, man needed that to an extent.
Bro, I
Nah, nah, nah.
listen.
I don't think I needed none of that.
If man were naughty, bro.
Yeah, I was. You know what it is. You know what it is.
I would say man needed that.
But you know what it is. You know what it is. Remember, you had people that actually used to bad up teachers. You know.
There's man that went in there that needed to
be in there. Okay, like you had people that used to bad up teachers, throw chairs and them like that. We never used to do that shit, you know. Man just used to be.
You know what it is? Man was just busting jokes.
Just busting bare joke, and the jokes just won't end for the whole day. From when you get in there.
Now that's fine for us, but you've got to understand when you're disrupting the
Yeah.
class. When you're disrupting the class,
My team was disruption. Yeah. My team was disruption. My team was disruption. I didn't mind getting up and making the whole class laugh.
You know what it is? See,
I didn't mind doing that.
I didn't mind.
You see, me at my adult age, when I'm like learning shit now, and like, let's say for example in work or whatever, I'm learning shit, I'm realizing like, yo, this is why I was naughty in class, because I find it hard for people to talk at me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's like I've realized this as I've got older, like, yo, this is probably why I would bust joke in class and disrupt the class, because I don't, like, when people are talking at me, bro, I zone out, bro.
But you see,
but as a kid, you're not really realizing.
and that's why I say that she shouldn't have put us in that situation, bro. That taught man nothing, you know.
Nah, I hear ya.
It taught me nothing, bro.
It just taught you how to be close.
Because you remember, if I'm not really doing a mad thing in school, I'm a youth, you know. We're in school, it's not that serious, bro. Because I'm not, anything that I learned from Aston Academy till now, I ain't used it in my life, bro.
Yeah, nice.
I was just in school ramping. So you didn't need to do man like that, bro. I always say, you know, school's like a prison, you know. It's just different. You can leave, you can eat food when you want, and you can go and bust joke with people, but that's a prison, bro.
Support room definitely was
That
jail.
is a prison.
Support room definitely was jail.
And she made it even more.
More.
She actually made it a prison simulator.
It
Bro.
literally, that's what it was, bro.
Nah, support room was jail. Support room was jail.
Definitely.
Nah, but forget, like, support rooms like a national thing, bro. What she did to us, bro, putting us into those classrooms and
Isolating man, bro.
How is me? I don't even want to sound like a saint, bro, but I was a good youth in school, bro. Man would obviously would laugh and joke and all of that, bro. But I wasn't out here just upping and doing
Nah,
That was a good youth. We were the same level of good youth, to be fair.
He was naughty, I'll be honest.
You can't put me up here with the man that are throwing chairs at people, bro.
It's probably because it was me and you, innit?
Yeah, you know what it is?
We was a
You
dude.
definitely was naughty. You was naughty.
I know,
You was naughty.
I couldn't stop still. I just had problems.
We can't.
He was youth by association.
Yeah, he was
You're
with me
by
in it.
association, obviously busting joke and that, but the thing with you, Shaq, and it's not a bad thing, but like, if you were innocent, you are going to stand by your innocence.
Yeah, facts.
You're not just gonna hold it and say, oh, you know, whatever, and it like, cool, just give me whatever. So that's putting him into teachers' minds. Oh, he answers back. You know what I'm saying?
for
He
sure.
answers back.
For sure.
So
And that's
now-
why Miss Bartley hated him.
yeah,
For sure.
And so like, man that ain't talking, like, oh, miss, I'm not talking. You probably need to say it once, and the teacher will say, yeah, you are. And you're like, alright, cool, whatever do you think? But Shaq's like, yo, when I tell you I'm not talking,
I'm not talking.
I am not talking.
Like,
Don't stand outside.
exactly.
Why am I standing
Miss
outside?
Bartley-
He
Miss
doesn't say
Bartley
anything.
Miss Bartley used to get onto me and Shaq, you know. And I take it because I don't care. As soon as I go to sit down, I'm busting joke with whoever I know in there.
Yeah, 100%.
So it doesn't matter what she does to me.
100%.
Shaq was sitting there pissed, bro. From what she do, like Shaq's pissed, you know.
And now you're bad because you talk back, you rude.
Yeah. Shaq pissed.
And now the energy's just off.
These times I'm not saying any bad words. I don't swear. I'm just saying this. I don't understand why I'm in it.
Yeah.
That was the problem.
Association.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Yeah. You're the man. If you can do better or no, first lesson, the whole day is ruined.
Yeah.
Me, I'm thinking.
I could take 4 3 of them in a day. I could take 4 3 of them in a day.
You know what the fuck now?
I've started now, so why not?
What you talking about?
No matter how much I knew it was by association, bro, I stood by the guys, blood.
Yeah,
Stood by the guys.
Yeah,
bro.
we like you stood by me still. We was there, bro. We was there, bro.
I stood by the guys, bro.
We was there.
I took all the association claims, blood.
If she told me something cool, I'm going to sit and bust joke whoever I know in there. And we're laughing at Miss Bartley, bro. You have to let me go. I don't care if you let me go. I'm going to clap.
Hey, listen,
I was a prick still.
You know what made me laugh the other day? It came into my mind. Remember, like in assemblies, if she used to walk, Ferrero, blood. That boy used to say, doom.
Still can't like. Oh, his impressions.
At the same pace.
His impressions in school. His impressions in school was A1. Oh, my man's favorite. Oh, big up Ferrero. My man's favorite. My favorite expression from my man when he used to do the Zimbo impression. Oh my gosh, yo, that used to kill me, bro. When he used to perform Dream. Oh my gosh.
My life stops.
He used to do all of this and that.
Shout out Ferrero.
Shout out
Remember they put up the Michael Jackson performance?
She violated.
I forgot about that.
He needed to be there. He wasn't in that day. He needed to be in, man.
You know.
Fendi, blood.
Fendi.
He made school so
funny,
bro.
Bro. Maniac, bro.
When I was in his maths class in year 9, and when I say that was just chaos all the time, man.
He's amazing.
When I think back to him, he felt like such a he felt like he wasn't a real person. It felt like he came out of nowhere as well, because it's like he didn't really have any sort of links to anybody. He felt like he just fell out the sky. Like he wasn't like anybody's cousin or. Bro, didn't really. Obviously, Kylo knew of him. It was very from. But other than that, like he just did like. He just felt like he just came and went.
Nah, he did.
Talented as well.
Very talented,
bro.
Oh, you know what? You see, man. I remember one time I got in trouble with my man there, Ferrero. Yeah, I think we broke something.
Sounds about right.
I think we must have broke some glass or something by the PE doors and that. I remember, man's in support room, and now I'm thinking, fucking hell, I'm in support room. I'm seeing this geezer walking around,
bro.
I'm thinking, blood.
He used to be mad.
I'm in support room, bro. You should be hearing me. Right. Why are you getting the freedom? Just walk around.
I used to be pissed at those youths that could just walk around. As soon as I got my time to sit down, bro, shit like that, bro. And there used to be man in there.
I'm thinking,
he used to do the mad thing, like when a man's back was turned up for his.
Yeah, bro, he used to do some of the most off-key things. I swear.
Like, I've never seen anybody do anything like this ever since, bro.
And as soon as school's finished, that boy's sprinting home. Look,
but
you ain't seen him.
You see, he's that time when I was in trouble. What? You know my man that looked at Dr. Eggman. What was my man's name again?
Who, bro? Describe it, man. Was that teacher? Was it
hair in his ears?
Bummer.
Then the teacher, bro.
Oh,
a man, yeah.
Bro, the teacher, bro. What's his name, man?
Oh,
he used to have like hair in his ears and that.
And he used to spit.
Yeah. What's his name? I forgot his name.
The English teacher.
Yes.
With the white shit in his mouth.
No, not Mr. Forbes.
Who?
Nah.
Sorry. Edit this.
We're
just firing off on teachers.
Yeah,
sorry.
That was a mad thing.
I like Mr. Forbes.
I can see him now.
No,
he used to speak.
His name though. I think he was at because when I got in trouble, I was sitting outside my man's office.
And he was cool.
Yeah, he was cool still. He was cool. I didn't like that how he dealt with me. You get me? And I remember the Pharaoh was walking past and just laughing at man, bro. I'm thinking, blah.
And it was Indian looking in it.
Yeah.
Kind of white, like Asian, like Indian white.
Yeah.
And he was small, wide, egg, pointy nose, hairy ears.
You know, bro. You definitely know. Because that's why I said Dr. Eggman, because you know.
It's right there.
I forgot his name,
and he used his trousers were high.
Yeah. My man.
You forgot? I forgot his name, bro. I don't know, blood.
Mr.
Nah, you wouldn't know.
Different sets.
Nah, I used to do with man's band more time.
Yeah,
It was above our pay grades though.
He's kind of bothered
But
me.
my man.
Yeah.
But my man.
Yeah.
I feel it was a legend still. It was a legend shout out, man. But
facts,
legend,
blood.
but
Facts, blood. School was a blast, blood. Then college. What college? You went.
I went Aston, man.
Sixth form.
We done another 2 years, man.
That's nuts, blood. I couldn't see them.
Yeah, me and S was like, nah, we gotta get out of here. Me and S was like,
Oh my god.
me and S
You
was
went
like,
to
nah.
Warsaw
Yeah,
College, blood.
Me and S was like, nah, we gotta get out of here, bro.
You'd
blood.
happily make that trek as long as
Nah, hey,
It was amazing. That's when Drake was spazzing as well, bro. Like me and S in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was at the 51.
On the bus, listening to Nothing Was the Same.
Nothing was the same, bro. S used to give me an earphone, my right ear, and we're good for the whole journey, bro.
I've still got that video of that.
He's at the bus.
With the Rubik's Cube.
Oh my god.
I knew he was gonna talk about that, you know. I knew he was gonna talk about that.
We had some great times on that bus still. Great times on that bus. Great times.
And he's
That 51. Trust me.
51. That I remember when I used to stay at my grandma's, bro. I used to be like, "Yo, meet me." He said, "Yo, he said I can't do it." I said, "What, bro?" He said, "That boy used to make me walk all the way to town to catch the X51."
I used to link him in town, bro.
To catch
Why?
the X51.
Why?
I don't even know, bro.
Bro, he's just weird, bro.
I don't even know,
So
bro.
the 51 stops basically outside man's yard. He'd make man go into town to catch the X51 just because it gets to man's yard, like to college quickly.
Because remember,
Just added time?
Yeah, because remember, the X51 goes straight there, no stops.
Oh, yeah, it goes straight
But the
past-
51
goes to
keeps
Boeing.
stopping.
Yeah.
So I used to say to S, meet me in town so we can get the X51 so it just don't stop in it.
But did you try what happens if you just press if you just get the 51 though?
Nah, because remember the 51 stopping?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I know.
man,
But we
man,
knew-
man
now we
did
knew
go
what the
next
bus
to
is done.
51.
Yeah.
Because that's like an extra few minutes you're just going back to town.
Nah, it takes an extra few minutes for me. In my head, remember back then, nothing's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So back then, it was easy for me to just go to town, get the X51, no stops. That was in my head. That was in my
Tizo's
head.
logic is it's a faster bus.
Yeah.
He's not
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
about the 15 minutes it takes
Yeah,
to walk.
it's a
Literally.
faster bus. Yeah, true.
He's not thinking about the 15 minutes.
I
it
just
takes to
thought,
walk
nah, I
there.
don't want to stop, so I just easy make it.
You know what's mad? Yeah, this is probably the first time I say this, but you know one of the main reasons I didn't go college, I couldn't keep up, blood. Like you know with the whole new outfits and that, I'm thinking, nah, it's long, blood. Like,
But to be fair, you know what it is? Because you man was Monday to Friday. When you picked a subject that you wanted to do, it could either be Monday to Friday or it could be 2 days a week, 3 days a week. Me and S used to go in 3 days a week. So it wasn't Monday to Friday. But obviously, you man probably didn't know that.
We only set man could do the because we had 5 days going into sixth form, but there was certain years where there was only 2 years, but there was certain subjects you just have a whole day free, but I think you still had to go in because you had to just do work or something like that.
Get attendance up or something.
Some man just didn't go in. Yeah, depending how much of work you've done and stuff like that, so you could just get away with it, kind of thing.
I think, to be honest, sixth form helped me kind of stay on track a bit, if I'm being completely honest. I think if I didn't go sixth form, I would have went uni. I don't think I would have went uni. No chance.
Yeah, because that sixth form kind of made you man.
Yeah,
do
push
what,
man to go uni.
It was
bro.
basically
and do what you missed out on the exams kind of thing. Or am I?
Nah, sixth
That's
form is basically like
college,
school.
but school.
Yeah, it's basically like school.
Yeah, it's just school. It's school, but so we're doing the same thing as you, man.
Yeah.
But it's just in a school setting.
And it's not that much freedom as college.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we still could go out and lunch and that, but it's not like freedom like college where
Yeah.
you just go.
So did you man retake any like maths or English or?
I didn't retake anything now.
Oh, you passed everything.
Yeah, I think I passed everything.
Subtle flex.
Yeah, I think I passed everything.
Yeah, you was smart.
But yeah, I think
bro.
if I don't, nah, I don't want to say smart.
Yeah, you was, bro.
Nah,
You was in none of my sets, bro. You was smart, bro. Don't lie.
we wasn't in the same band, bro.
Yeah, okay. No other band. You was smart though, bro. You went in no set freeze.
Yeah, I was.
For what?
I think maths. But I think
That went for long though.
my sets were for behaviour.
I can't believe it, bro.
My sets were for behaviour.
Because you know you was academics.
Yeah,
You
I
know
wouldn't say I
you
was smart though, bro.
You was, bro.
Bro, I just told you, bro. I can't
you
take
might-
in information, bro.
You might not be a
told you, I
you might not be a genius.
But you was smarter than me.
But you
you
gotta
was.
know.
I
You
tell
was-
man that, bro.
I
I
reckon
see
you
you
was
when I went uni, I struggled, bro.
Bro.
I used to go to examination halls and just look at them, thinking, what am I here, bro?
Nah, swear down.
Yeah, blood. You see, it is my.
It's different though. Different. But go on.
But my obviously at a certain point, I just went off in my head and said, blood, why am I doing the exam work and just Google the answers? And you see, since that switch went off, I couldn't learn, bro.
Swear down.
I swear down, bro. I couldn't learn.
I didn't know
bro.
that still.
Like I used to sit in examination hall thinking, blood. I'm seeing people writing. I'm thinking, blood. I just passed this exam. Just went on Google.
Yeah.
Imagine if ChatGPT was back then, bro. Good God Almighty.
So that was just my I couldn't get past that block, bro. I couldn't revise. Like people say, oh yeah, revision, you can just practice with it. I couldn't do none of that.
You know, I couldn't revise, but I'm not flexing, but my grades would always be like.
Yeah, I don't know what it was with you.
Yeah.
You just never look stressed. Like in school, you just never look stressed.
I don't know what it was.
That boy never not had a smile on his face.
Literally,
Bro.
like you never.
Like I've been stressing, thinking, what I'm gonna do?
what I'm gonna do.
I'm looking over to these user.
I'm here. I'm present.
You know, you want to say,
Like I look over with dread in my face, you know. He's look at me.
with his planner in his pocket, and he's just.
I'm present, bro. I'm present.
You know what it is? My thing. I used to ask him like, yo, how do you revise, blood? And I think he was Taff one time. He was like, revising.
Taff. He was smart.
He was
in the same. He was in the. No, he was in the other band, wasn't he? He was in your band.
Yeah.
He was smart.
But you see me, I was a man that just copy off man's work. Like, bro, information wouldn't retain in my head, bro. I just couldn't do it.
So imagine if I felt like that, bro. No subject was soaking for me, bro. No subject, but the only subject that soaked for me was English, bro. I didn't pass nothing else. I couldn't get nothing. What? You know, it's not even I couldn't get nothing. I just didn't want to get nothing, bro.
That's part of the reason.
You know what I mean? As soon as you distract me in school, that's it. Game on. Let's pay for the rest of the hour.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's it. Game on.
Focus is gone. Focus is gone.
Because when I the other day, funnily enough, I was reading my the report I used to get from Parents' Day. I was reading the 8C one, and my grades in that, bro. I was looking at it thinking, because I wanted to see how it was. I was like, you get me? I just wanted to see how, like, what started all of this, why I'm in the way I am, you get me kind of thing. I read it all, bro. All the subjects are saying, I'm a very smart person. I just get easily distracted.
Just never apply
Just never apply myself. And I remember, because you used to have the level that you're at, and then your attainment as well. I wasn't far off none of my attainments, you know. So say I'll be like a 4C, and my target's like a 4B or something, 4A. But I'm never gonna get to that because I'm just ramping. In all the comments, it just says I'm ramping, bro. If Trevor will take himself away from people and just focus, he'll be a great student. That was never happening though. Never happening. With the people that we grew up around, man had people like Bomber B6 in school and that, bro.
Too much funny.
That boy said Bomber
jokes, bro.
You know what? I was the same as you. Like, why am I gonna decide to learn when man make me laugh?
Because you want to know why school is like just a setup, and like I said, it's just an in-house Illuminati thing.
It is, bro.
Like swap me a whole different classroom. Don't just you can't sit next to that person because he's gonna look me in the eye from a distance. I'm gonna break down.
Facts. That's facts.
Oh, you know what class for us, man, was hell. But remember sports BTEC,
bro.
What was this? What was this?
Nah.
It was year 10 and 11.
Oh my god.
Blood.
I feel so. Who was it?
Me, you, Riche, Raekwon, Panache, Nation, Lati.
You know, Shaq. All these
bro,
you know smart.
Oh my days.
Who was it? Our teacher, what's her name?
It was Mr. Brown?
Nah, but we had the lady first. Did we have the lady first?
Wasn't it Mr. Brown?
We had the lady a couple of times though. Do you remember that time when we made her go so mad?
Describe the lady. Tell me about the lady.
The female PE teacher, man. She's
Did we give it a C? I'm getting a C.
Yeah.
I'm getting a C.
You remember? She was the only female PE teacher.
Is it the one that all the man them thought she was bad?
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Reed.
Yeah. We had a couple of times.
We did actually. You're right. We did.
Terrorized her, bro.
Yes. Yeah. She was like bondage.
She was black, innit?
No, white.
Miss Reed.
Was Brandy?
And whenever she used to see her, she's go, "Hey boys." You don't remember that?
Fuel. Fuel blood.
Yeah, but you
can't do that.
I don't think I cross with her like that.
But our class for her, bro.
Yeah, it was outrageous. I completely forgot about that.
Well, we said.
I remember the name though.
I remember her to a degree still, Miss Reed.
Yeah, nah.
Man never had her because she was the girls'
Yeah, she was
teacher, innit?
exclusive.
But she done sports BTEC for man still.
Oh, seen.
Shout out PE though, blood. I had some of my best years of my life in that class there, blood.
Best subject.
Even though that was like sports and them things weren't my thing. You know what's crazy? Even though sports and that weren't my thing, I still ended up with one of the highest scores because like in like year 10 or something, you got like an overall number or something. Remember? And I got one of the highest one, and man looked at me like.
Wagwan for double S there then.
But my thing was I was okay at everything, whereas some man were just sick at football.
And that was
Whereas like for me, gymnastics, I can jump high. I'm doing all the flips. Every man's like, going over the beam and I can't figure it out.
Gymnastics is funny still.
Whereas I'm doing the beam and Mr. Brown saying, "Good shot, good."
I used to love climbing that rope, you know.
Hey, bro.
Gymnastics was hard.
Gymnastics was
We
sick.
didn't do it very often, but
It wasn't often still.
Gymnastics was sick. I remember we did the circuits thing. I lost.
We did that for about 10 weeks,
bro. I remember
oh my days.
that boy said to us at the beginning, "This is going to be the fittest a lot of you are going to be."
Yeah, I remember that day.
No, Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Both of them.
I remember that day still.
He said,
lie.
he
Didn't
said
lie.
this is gonna be the fittest a lot of you will ever be in your entire lives, bro. And like obviously man's just doing it, and like by the end of it I realized I'm getting better, and then I realized like my clothes don't fit me no more and that, bro, because I've just dropped everything. And we're doing this probably like twice a week as well.
Yeah, it was twice.
Yeah, blood.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the, I'll be honest, if it wasn't for the PE teachers, bro, I don't know how school life would look for me, blood.
Facts, blood.
Like, I don't know, blood. I would have been off the rails, blood. Bro.
And you know what?
Sound like trouble youths, you know?
Man had multiple black PE teachers at that as well, bro.
Yeah.
So shout out Mr.
Bro,
Brown.
them man used to save man as
Shout out
well,
Mr.
blood.
Prince
Yeah.
as
Man
well.
used to save man, blood. They used to save man.
Mr. Brown used to tell me,
Hey,
yo,
do you remember we used to peel the kitchen?
You what? What? Someone did what in the kitchen? Someone did what in the kitchen? Someone took a what in the
Man,
kitchen?
through the kitchen, but I don't think I took anything. I was there though. I don't think I took. I don't remember taking anything. I can remember the day though,
Yes,
but I don't think I took anything.
Yeah, but
Or I probably did, but I can't remember taking
Whenever the
anything.
save man blood, Mr. Brown saved man blood, man got banned from going to the competition and that. Do you remember when man?
Yeah, he used to ban man, bro. Like, yo, man used to
Yeah.
tell me, yo, blood, if you're not getting this certain grade or that, he used to move like a real American PE teacher, you know. He's like, yo, if your grades are not, and he used to call me Tiven. He's like, yo, your grades are not up there, Tiven. You need to go get them done, and then you can play son.
Save man, bro. Like, you used to be like, Mr. Brown used to be one of the ones where like, yo, I'm trying my best, but you guys, man,
Yeah.
You guys
Always
make it
roll
hard
with
for me.
man.
You knew that man was talented still.
And that's the thing, yeah. For us as black boys as well, bro, it's so like it's necessary to have black teachers as well, bro,
Nah,
because
100.
it's like not even to just make it a race thing or whatever. Like it's just there's a level of for certain youths, especially where we come from as well. We just need relatability, bro. We need to be able to make it seem like yo, this person's like an uncle. We might not think about it or whatever, like a family member or something, but it's so necessary, blood, because it's like we kind of listen to those people more without.
It's
Like, no.
and it happens with everybody. If you say like on the TV, you see two people fighting, boxing, whatever, and you have no idea who they are, black person or white person, you're gonna want the black person to win, just because that's you. Like it's just relatable. Like and every other group of people has that. It's just it's just my people. You have to. I feel a certain way towards them. So people like Mr. Brown, like Mr. Prince, and that it was so, especially for doing PE, so important for man.
And
so
then because obviously they've most likely got kids as well. Like they want us to strive more because they know that man are statistic or they know like what the odds are for us or the chances of us doing whatever we're doing, and it's how easy it is. So it's necessary, blood.
Facts.
But like you said, like you see, Mr. Brown and them man never had no problems with us, man. But obviously the other teachers now they had bare problems with man. But it's what it is. I think with them man, why man rated them man so much because they kept it 100 with man.
It was a culture thing.
They kept it 100 with man. Though.
It's a culture thing. They know how to speak to man who respond to things like us.
Yeah.
Other people,
Like Miss Bartley.
that's a bit. My theory is she kind of wanted to do the same thing that Mr. Brown and that done, but she doubled down too much.
Yeah,
Her thing was a
You know what I'm
power
saying?
trip, bro.
Her
I
thing
feel
was
like
a power
she
trip.
sometimes as well, blood. Like
Yeah.
sometimes she'll be cool, sometimes she'll be the other side. Like sometimes,
never cool with that woman,
sometimes she'll think like she's on man's side, but then like when Mrs. James is coming down, she's like
Because
man.
there was at one point, bro, we used to love Miss Bartley, bro. Don't you remember when we used to go to a thing on Saturdays and that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's when it ended though. Yeah, that's when it ended.
But it's school, blood.
What's that place called? I can't remember what it's called. Sutton Green.
It's around-
Mason Green or something like that. Yeah.
And it was like the-
man, we was cool. We was cool there
bro,
then.
Like, bro, that was like, yo, Miss Bartley, we got the sick black teacher.
Yeah,
Yeah. 8 times. Yeah. Randy on times.
Yeah.
So you used to go, man.
I don't think I went.
Nah, you did, bro.
I was playing Call of Duty, bro.
I don't think Mario went. I don't think Mario went.
Nah, I went Call of Duty, bro. I went Call of Duty. I was playing Call of Duty, man. I was.
I was on the battlefield.
Nah, but see, even that though. That's why I rate it for a bit because that still helped man a bit.
Yeah, after that it was dead though.
For sure, but then it's like a switch just went off in her head and she said, hold on,
After that it was dead, bro.
I'm helping these kids.
Yeah. After that it was dead.
She just got weird.
She just got weird, bro.
That's what I mean, because Mr. Brown and them man kept it 100. Like, them man would not You know what it is as well? I remember seeing Miss Bartley and Miss James one time. Like, I'm not gonna say who it was. What? I remember she saying to man, like, you're gonna be a bin man and that. They're just laughing at man, bro. And I would never see Mr. Brown and them man do that. Not saying there's anything wrong with the bin man, because they're probably on more than teachers. But like, I just remember
It's just the fact they're categorized, man.
and just laughing, bro.
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Mr. Brown and them, I would never ever
Never,
do
bro.
that,
Mr. Brown never
do that.
He's never ever called man stupid, bro. That stuck with me, you know. As a teacher, bro, you're head as like you were our head of year as well, bro. You call him man stupid, bro, and you're black as well. What do you mean, bro? How am I stupid, bro?
That was my thing with them. Like, you get me, Mr.
Shaq's mom used to get mad over that, you know. Oi, bro, Shaq's mom used to go mad over that, you know. Oi, facts. Shaq's mom used to go mad over that.
I even like getting my mom involved in that, bro. But you see, when my mom stood 10 toes down.
Nah, facts,
in that
facts.
school there,
Yeah,
bro.
nah, facts.
I used to want to know what happened in the office.
Yeah. Oi, Shaq's mom used to back up smartly, you know. Oh, you're telling you.
Bro, sometimes man would just walk out of like the class and that. Just, oh, hi, mom. I'm saying, what you doing? No, I'm not having it.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, you know, but you see when man's being detection, the Shaq's mum walks and Shaq's is going to the office, Shaq's is leaving, and the man is still like 2 hours left.
2 hours left, blood. 2 hours left, blood.
Bro, she was moving. Bro, she was moving. I remember at one point, bro, like my mum was in hospital for weeks, months even, and she was like, "Nah, you can't wear trainers no more. These times had fresh pair of Air Force Ones, bro. Air Force One, black pair."
I think I remember, you know.
And she said, "You need to wear shoes." I was like, "Oh, like my mom's in hospital. Like when she comes out, this is obviously my theory, and I'm not thinking, other people got money, and I'm saying my mom's in hospital, and I don't know when she's gonna get out. I'll get some shoes when she's out or whatever." That woman put me in support room every day until I got a pair of shoes, bro. She put me in support room every day.
Yeah.
She put me in support room every day until I got a pair of shoes, bro. She forced my grandma to up it, bro.
She didn't used to flinch to put man in support room, you know. She just slap us in there for the whole day.
She's like, that's fast for her.
Yeah, literally.
I'm like,
literally.
she just put me in support room, bro.
Yeah, Dad,
and I had a fresh pair of Air
dishing out
Force
support
Ones.
room.
Yeah, you couldn't even argue there because she was like detention.
Yeah. When you come out,
1 hour more.
Bro, she used to threaten me to put me to exclude me and that, bro.
Yeah, that was mad, bro.
Me blood.
Yeah,
you know what? I would love to know. Obviously, you know what it is though. As adults and that, yeah, realistically, she probably was going through shit in it, and she just took it out.
I ain't trying to hear that, blood. I ain't trying to hear that,
probably
blood.
going through shit.
I ain't trying to hear that,
Bro,
blood.
it's a real possibility.
I ain't trying to hear that,
Like,
blood.
yo,
I ain't trying to hear that,
Like,
blood.
man, know that man go and work with people and they move mad sometimes.
I
The only
Yeah,
reason why I can't accept that, bro, because my sister knows her very well from year 7 to year 11. Miss Bartley.
Like, she used to move different with the girls though, blood. Man,
I don't care, blood. I don't care. Black
bro.
youths, bro.
Bro,
Black youths, bro. I don't
bro,
give a shit.
bro.
Even if she's having a bad time in life, bro, I don't care. We're youths, bro.
What kids? You like
We're youths.
you were a 40-year-old woman at the time,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
I hear it,
If I can look at my nieces and nephews and that growing up, knowing that until they reach 17 or 18, they're gonna make mad mistakes, and I can't treat them a certain way. What gives you the right to do that as a big woman?
Nah, it's true still. Unless she thought, man,
That's
you know
my
what it
thing.
is?
It's true,
Unless
it's
she thought she was giving man some tough love in her.
That's what I
But
think.
obviously,
That's
what
what she thinks
Shaq's
she was
saying
doing.
now, I can't argue with that.
Nah,
'cause
nah,
that's
bro.
some difference. That's some
It's
difference.
a, bro.
What is that about?
Nothing is justified what that woman done, blood.
Nothing's
Nothing is
justified.
justified, bro. I don't give a
Nothing's
shit.
justified. I hear what man is
And
saying
you know,
about
and it's
the
only
tough
now,
love
you know,
whatever.
and it's only now these days. My mum tells me if she ever called you stupid now, it will be a mad thing. But back then, my mum used to join with us like, you are stupid for fucking around in school. My bad language. You are stupid for messing around and doing what you're doing and that, but not knowing how it damages the youths, bro. Now she understands.
Facts.
Now she understands, bro.
Facts. Even Black trying to say like, yo, you laughing at man saying man are gonna not make it in life, man are gonna be a bin man and that. I'm thinking, blood.
You can't do that, bro. I'm not
Man
accepting
are
that.
youths in secondary school. Obviously, like it's mad, bro.
Nah,
But
bro,
I'm just saying from my personal experience and what I've experienced with her, I only can say it's a tough love thing. You get me? But that's my experience. I'm not
I
saying
think
that's
so. I think so
everyone.
too. I think she just wanted man to apply themselves because, like, I had a completely different experience.
I just can't.
I had a completely
Yeah, that's what I'm
different
saying,
experience,
that's what I'm
and I cranked with you, man. Every day.
Yeah.
Like I had a
You know what?
completely.
Don't deny me. Don't get me wrong. I believe she wanted the best one.
Man,
Don't get me wrong.
that's what
Don't
I
get me
think
wrong.
it is.
Don't get me wrong.
You have-
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I feel
Value.
like I feel like she wanted the best one, but the way you went about it, bro.
Yeah,
There's ways-
yeah,
there's ways-
delivery is mad,
there's ways-
delivery is
it
mad,
was crazy.
delivery is mad.
So you probably could have the world of love for man, but the way you went about it, bro, crazy.
Look, I'll never forget one time I was in her classroom. Yeah, this is when she used to share it with the
Miss Mabai.
Nah, Miss. Was that the white lady?
Yeah, the big thing.
With a big back. Yeah, she had
didn't need to
big
double-
back.
Yo.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I just need to make
Hair
sure.
though.
Yeah.
Red hair as well. I used to do a thing
my
still.
god.
I used to do a thing,
Oh
bro.
my god, yes. Miss, yes, her. And
I could talk about that back now. I used to be scared. So I used to be scared. Yeah, sorry.
Used to share grass. Yeah.
And I remember I was in her classroom one time, like it was just me and Miss Bartley, bro. And she said something to me. I think she was talking about excluding me and that. And these times I backed out my phone to text my mom to say like, I think like she grabbed my phone out of my hand, and I swear me and her were wrestling for about 10 seconds, bro.
Yeah, Miss Bartley used to do that.
swear
Yeah,
to
she used to
God,
try.
bro.
Yeah, she used to do that.
But these times I'm holding back because I'm just like this because I'm thinking, is this happening? Because if I really hit she would have flew across the table, bro. She was just moving mad.
See, we weren't that bad.
Yeah, I think you know what it is. I think she at one point. I think because of you standing up to her, bringing your mum, and I think at one point she just hated her.
We weren't that bad though compared to what other youths were doing in our year. Bro,
But to say that you can't hate a kid, bro. Like,
especially
why you
us.
hate a kid, bro?
Especially us, bro. Look what the other youths are doing in the year, bro. There was some youths that used to friggin' throw chairs at teachers and that. Walk out of school and that. We never once walked out of school, you know.
Never.
She sat down on some like, yo, I want the best for you. Something like, whatever, like, and it's like, come on, like you need to. She wasn't applying.
Nah, she weren't like that.
It weren't that, bro. Bro, it was prison.
Instead, you put man in the friggin' downstairs under the basement and you're holding forms and that for 30 minutes, half an hour. And then you're checking everyone. If anybody in that form that's got a you can do better, you're staying, bro. Hour detention.
Bro, sometimes
detention.
I had all their stamps and I was still in there.
Nah, facts.
There was the one. There was
Just keep man there just to look at man. I know what it was though.
Because I joined. I wasn't in the initial. What's it called? Integration of that. It was at the end in like year 11. I was in the after school one, so it was no matter what you were in for an hour, like like nah.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
I didn't think I deserved to be in it.
Crazy.
I didn't think I deserved to be in it at all, man. Yeah, she was mad for that. She was mad for that.
Bloods.
But listen, at the end of the day, we're great people. We never let it get to us. She literally taught us not a singular thing. It's not even like, oh yeah,
not a singular thing,
like,
bro.
It's like we're here, and I know if she sees man, it's gonna be like, oh, all right.
I drive past there sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah, I drive past her all the time.
I saw her in Asda one time, a few years ago.
But yeah, I bet you had so much to say, didn't you?
Only thing she taught me was the word stupid.
I didn't
use
have that much
fluently.
to say, but she showed me love.
I can use that fluently. That's the only thing she taught me. Stupid. That's
Like,
it.
I'll be honest.
Even though this woman was an English teacher, you know, but she's Bama B and that though. I don't reckon, but Miss Bartley knew English, you know, because the amount of times that she switched from an English teacher, set free English teacher to head teacher to head of year, it was crazy to me, man.
The only thing I can say,
She's like a supplier.
Big man team, big
I
man
rolled
team.
my accident at it.
So I'm not gonna throw it under the bus for everything.
I know she was
but
teaching
one
me.
thing that I remember one time, yeah, like obviously I think it was like 10 and that. Man was naughty, and obviously man was naughty up and up to that point. But this is what changed. I remember she was talking about I think she was just speaking and like you're making your mum blah blah blah. And I remember tear nearly rolled out my eye. I think to that point there, she just had this little speech, bro.
She always, that's the thing with her, you
I
know.
can't talk about no more.
Yeah.
She's not right.
That's the thing with her. That's the thing with her. She always used to try and dig deep for man's family and that, bro. She always used to do that, you know. That's what I'm saying. I don't like Miss Bartley, bro. She always used to try and hit deep. No, she always used to try and hit man deep, bro.
She with that one there.
Big man team, bro.
Nah, you know what?
She always your mum wouldn't like me. Your mum wouldn't be happy when I tell her about this. You don't know my mum, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Bro.
she got you, bro. She
would never forget that woman.
I'm never forgetting her, bro.
Okay, what are the times that she's brought man in to talk to man and like how?
It's irrelevant.
That's never. I ain't never experienced that from her.
Relevant.
Yes, she did, bro.
What when you talk about what? To call me stupid?
No, bro. No, I'm talking about man from outside to come into school to
Now,
chat.
if all of that, you know what's funny? When she used to bring me into the office to speak to me on a one-on-one, she still used to call me stupid. That's the maddest thing,
Well,
bro.
that's just straight what she used to call, man. Like just.
No, I'm talking about bringing like I'm not gonna say
Like
one of the
speakers and that.
names.
F is my witness,
Yeah,
bro.
the speakers and that.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the speakers, she used to try and act friendly and all rosy with them, and then bring us back into the office to call me stupid, bro.
Facts, bro.
I don't care if we're black and I don't care if I'm black and you're
None of them
black.
speakers are irrelevant.
None of them are, bro.
None of them speakers are irrelevant. So.
I said irrelevant still.
Irrelevant?
I said irrelevant.
Yeah, you might came and spit some game and that, but I'm them times. I'm not even trying to hear what you're saying, bro. I'm still need whatever you say. I'm trying to experience life for myself. You get me? That's all it was, bro. That's all it was. Obviously, I hear them. I'm hearing them, but man are going through experiences. Because I remember that one time. I don't even remember, but one geezer came in there. I think it was the bold brother at the time. He was bold. He was black.
Remember? Our mentor.
Yeah. He was bold. He came in to speak one time, and he was talking
Is that the one that
about.
was gonna punch up Karen?
Nah.
That's the next one. That's the next one.
Yeah, because you know what it is? He had the same last name as my mum.
Oh, I swear that. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, my man. And he had like a stubble. Yeah, something like that. And he had like a stubble, but it was bald. And my mum was talking about I think at that time it was probably about 6 years old when them two girls got shot outside of the drum.
Oh, I remember.
He came in and he was speaking about that. I think it was like 3 years later or 4. That's the only time I remember him speaking. It's a bald brother, man. He never had hair, bro. He was bald, bro.
That's what being bald is. Yeah.
He was bald, bro.
Oh, you don't think that's Stardust, bro?
Swear.
I know what you're talking about. You don't think that's Stardust?
I can see the resemblance, but I don't know.
I think that's Stardust, brother. You know.
I can see the resemblance, but I don't know.
I know you're talking about.
But you know what I'm on about. And he came in a couple times.
Different though. I know you're talking about.
And he came in a couple times.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
My man.
I think he came in for sixth form as well. You done a speech in
bald brother, man. He ain't got a beard like that. He's got stubble. He's bald as well. That's what
I know. It's kind of tall. He was kind of tall. I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about. But we had a mentor that was called Michael as well.
I don't think he didn't mentor us. I know you talk about Michael, but he didn't mentor us. I had a mentor in school, but my mom was the light skinned brother.
Oh yeah,
remember that old, the fat one?
Yeah.
The balded one. Not that one.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He was cool still. He was cool, you know. He was right cool, blood. Like he helped me as well still in the school thing. He helped me from not getting kicked out. Because he took me to the to his youth club. He had a youth club in Erdington, like a youth centre in Erdington. I used to go there, play tennis, football and that, talk to him after, tell him how I'm feeling and that. He used to drive me to get food and that and everything, bro. Like I took man under man's wing. Like remember talking about anything?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, man was cool still. Who
was your mentor for you?
Me, just me. I don't know who else he mentored. But that's the first brother that I ever even connected with like that as a youth. Not knowing their dad or nothing like that. That's the first brother that ever, you know what I'm saying? I always remember, I know what it looks like, everything.
Need more of that, blood. What was you going to say to me about this whole thing about this geezer coming in?
Nah, that's Teaser's play.
Yeah,
I was just trying to see who it was.
Oh. Yeah. I just remember my man talking about them two girls that died at the time. It was recent though, when he came and talked to us. About 2-3 years later or something, probably 2 years, something like that.
Nah, it would have been longer.
Nah,
that happened in like 03.
So probably like
10 years.
10 years or something like that.
Yeah. I think I was Stardust brother, you know. I think I remember him saying it still.
I remember him talking about them two things though, and that's when the beef was going off, innit? That's when it was really frying.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, it's not enough, blood. Like I mean, that might change like a one person's life. Like, oh yeah, I'll never pick up a knife because you know I'm not gonna go around stabbing people. Like I hear it. Like anybody that carries a knife, I'm like, yeah, let me throw this in the bin or whatever. But man, nah, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Individuals are funny, bro. Because there's man that could feel like me that could say, I wanna experience it for myself. If he says don't stab someone, I want to stab someone and experience it for myself. You get me? I'm saying that, but there could be other people that saying, I'm done with it. I thought about picking up a knife. I don't want to pick up a knife no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what individuals are very interesting.
It's very subjective, isn't it?
Like,
that can fall on deaf ears, or it can be like an eye-opening thing. It could be used as a tactic to fear monger.
100%.
So it's like we need people. Like I feel like if we had more successful painters or something coming, that's more like, this is what I'm doing, this is what you can achieve, and it's like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up a pen or a paintbrush or whatever. We didn't have much of that. It was just all
every time he came in, it was just a talking thing. He never showed us nothing.
Yeah, it was a put down a knife don't pick up a gun.
They never showed us anything.
Or like I hear it though, like thank you for spreading awareness, and like I said, it will change a life or two. But we need actual positive people. You don't even have to be a celebrity or anything. Just bring in old students that have gone to uni, have got decent jobs now, and just say stay.
Living proof of what you're talking about.
I hear it. I think obviously I don't know if mum was in them classes, but I know one time she brought in one brother that was playing football at that time. But I think what it is, I think man's obviously he stopped playing professional football, innit? And I feel like for me at that time when I was speaking, I'm thinking, he's probably still kicking professional football. But then when I realised slowly that he's not playing professional football anymore, I'm just like losing a little bit more ratings.
Exactly.
But it's what I'm saying. They brought in normal people.
They brought in people that's done it already and basically like beat things or got out of certain situations.
But you know what it is though? Like now, these youths would have Leon Edwards.
I hear that.
True.
I hear that.
We didn't really but Sido Bruno.
True. That's all it was though, really, to us. That's the only person that made it from the school pictures on the wall.
That was always talk about, innit? Yeah.
And he didn't come through.
And a lot of boys and that came like as weak, basically. So it's not.
I think they should have respected C4 a bit more as well.
Literally.
He used to come in every now and again.
Yeah.
He should have been doing. They should have been bringing him in to do like talks and shit. Even Predator.
I think
that's true.
I think Predator did here and there, but that's more after we left.
Innit?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like when Predator was buzzing. Like I remember Predator buzzing when I was in like college and that.
Because I used to go to these man's yard after school. Mum used to pick me up after school, take me.
And they your cousins as well.
Nah, my uncle was with his mum for a while still.
Okay. Oh no, they're your cousins.
Okay. Those away from man.
Bro. You know what? And it's as well. Everyone's still figuring it out. So it's like, even calling someone to come speak to man, they've got their own shit going on.
Oh, nah, for sure.
Especially at them times as well, early 20s. Well, man, are just experiencing life just like how we are. That's why I said they should have brought somebody in that's actually doing it that could show us, yo.
And it doesn't have to be an
there.
ex
That's
person from the school. Obviously, that adds a bit more of a layer or whatever. But just show us some positive influences. Like everything was just all negative, bro. Like I remember when it came in to talk about the stabbing thing, bro, and they showed us the picture of the knife in the girl's head blood. I don't know if you man remember that. Like the girl got stabbed in her head, and they showed us like the stitches all in their head and that. And I was just like,
that's what I'm saying. They showed us mad shit still. They showed us mad shit, bruv. I can't remember. The only thing I can remember is when my mum came talking about these two things that got shot. That's the only thing I can remember.
And you know what's mad? Yeah, I feel like man was saying, school didn't really teach or nothing like that. Like real life experiences taught man.
Literally.
So even showing man all of these things, it still didn't prepare man for what was gonna come.
And still to this day, well, school teaches you nothing. It teaches to be on time at a certain time. It teaches to get to a class at a certain. Basically, teaches discipline.
yeah,
Discipline and
structure.
That's it. Structure.
Yeah. Discipline.
It don't teach you nothing else.
Like honestly, the only thing I can say I take away from school is friends.
That's it.
That's it.
So let me ask you, man, this: would you send your daughter to school or son
I'll send them to school. Like what am I?
for the experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there is.
I agree.
I think there
How to
is.
socialize and stuff. Cause
Yeah.
And it's sad as well because like for me now it's like that's probably one of the only times where like I'll probably get a break from my child as well. So it's used as a tool for free time as well as trying to continue what you're doing. Because remember, whilst you're working, your kids are at school. You can't leave. Well, you might not want to leave your kids at home or whatever. So it is a tool to sort of like parents now that have had babies, they want to send their kids to nursery because it's a bit of spare time or free time, so they can either have time for themselves or it's not just like, oh, the kids are going to learn or whatever. It's like I can breathe a bit now.
I've been more swaying on the thing that I won't send them to school. You know,
I hear it. I hear why you would.
I feel like I'd get them into extracurricular activities so they can meet people that way and teach them real life stuff and the basics of things.
So would you homeschool them?
Yeah, I feel like that's where I'm swaying to. But it depends
That's
how much.
a job in itself, you know.
I feel like, but you see, from what I only can talk about my experience though. So from how I've grew up going to school and experienced all these things, I feel like me personally, if depending on if my situation's right to do it, I got the right baby mum that I can homeschool or she'll homeschool, whatever, you get me. I just rather than be in our kind of thing.
You know, I've learned from what you're saying basically. Well, not learned, but what I think about sometimes is like it's a 50-50 job, and that leads you up to that school thing though. Because let's say you want to do the homeschooling thing, you can do the homeschooling thing whilst they're at school to a certain degree. Let's say primary school, because it's secondary school, which is the biggity really. Primary school's bants.
Yeah.
But it's down to you, the parent, now, if you want to send them to extra maths or English lessons sort of when they're doing like their SATs or whatever in between that time, and that's what's going to set them up. So it's like you have to take a lot of responsibility anyway, but then it's down to you what school you choose. Because if we're talking about if the question was, are you going to send your kids to AMA, no chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. But if you're going to send your kid to
Do
a
you
high
not really think it was that much of a bad school?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think it was.
Bro, that's like
That's shaped my
I
character,
clearly
bro.
had a completely
Nah, but
different
I'm
experience.
saying it was bad. I'm just saying because obviously I'm going off of what Tizo's saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you want to send your kid to a more highly academic school where it's a lot more yes sir, no sir, blah blah blah, that really ingrains good morals, teaches you a lot, you learn a lot, you get good classes, extracurricular activities, then it's a bit different because then you can choose sort of the success rates and whatever. But if you just want to go to a school and ends, I can see why you'd be a bit like, oh,
Yeah.
But even with that, I always think like we'd have black kids in it, yeah. They will be black because we're black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They'll have it in them. I don't know what the baby mum would be. Obviously, that's whatever man choosing it. But I'm just saying to say like, yo, say if man have a black kid, yeah, whatever, and man don't send them to a school around the vicinity where we went to school. If we don't send them to a school around the vicinity where we went to school, we'd have to send them to a predominantly white school.
I wouldn't.
Nah, but if it's not in our vicinity, it would be a predominantly.
I wouldn't do that, you know.
Because you see, I say that to say because the Great Bar School, I have to drive past Great Bar School to get back to Birmingham. When I see them leave school around 3, there's predominantly white people there. Yeah, you see the 1 and 2 black people, but there's white people there. So I thought to myself, that's a predominantly white school. So how would my child be growing up black in a predominantly white school? When we was growing up, we grew up in a predominantly black school, bro.
Yeah.
That's why things went
Black and Asian.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for that.
I don't think the same. I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll. Something it will be different. I don't because friends and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We met friends for life. They would meet.
You know,
it's different.
You know what it is? If you
possible.
speak to people, that are colour that went to a predominantly white school, you know, like how in our school the white people would outcast, like they used to stick together.
Yeah.
That's what it would be like for them in that white school. Like they would just stick with the coloured people, and they'll be outcast. So I feel like, like for me, personally, I wouldn't want to do that. Like I feel like there's so much you can learn from your own people.
Yeah.
So like, obviously my whole. It's mad.
Because I'm not saying send them to a predominantly white school. I'm just saying you could just send them to a school with a higher achievement. That can be.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
that's more like a predominantly white school.
That's basically what I'm saying.
Like
that's basically what I'm saying.
Have to be.
Nah, like it will be
9 out of 10 is a predominantly white school.
Yeah,
because remember, I'm talking about the vicinity. You know, like Birmingham. If in Birmingham you got. I might not been in school ages, but from what I can remember, George Dixon, that was a predominantly black school.
Yeah, because it's inner city, all the inner city schools.
All the inner city, that's what I'm saying. So if man was to send them to a predominantly white school, they wouldn't grow up like how and learn the lessons that we grew. Because
do we want them to?
That's what I was gonna get to. Because
remember, a lot of lessons that we learned, we should never have learned.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I understand.
Because you know how much I love us as a people.
For sure.
I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah.
But let's not pretend we're not insanely ignorant at times.
Of course.
Doing dumb, really dumb things.
Of course. But then your son and daughter could meet people like us.
But then remember, we are who we are. So then that's what I'm saying. We are who we are. So that's why we have to teach them the lesson.
Yeah,
we are the teachers. This is what I'm saying.
Pick and choose.
This is what I'm saying.
Friends.
Why wouldn't you want them to have a better education with still having us still be the teacher? But that's why it's so important to have fathers in your life, because we are still teaching.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what it will only be okay because they're gonna have us in it.
They'll still be themselves.
Of course.
Teach them the culture and everything.
Definitely. But why would you want them to have the better education?
It depends on how important the education is. Like, is it? Oh, I want them to be more like us, or am I gonna sacrifice that and just say, you know what, I want you to be the best you can be socially?
Because remember, it's all programming. Because it's like you could say, as soon as your child pops out, my son's going to be a lawyer. I'm going to do everything in my will to make him a lawyer. We're going to send him to here. He's going to do maths after he does maths, he's going to do maths twice again after school and on the weekends to set him up for this. And it's like, all you know is now being a lawyer. My dad said to make 100k. This is why it is. Or are you just going to be on some? I want you to do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. Like there's a level of like hybridism.
So
that's needed.
What I'm going to do is, obviously, be absolutely focused and present in what you're doing in school. So, after school, what did you do? Show me. We'll go through it at whenever time. And as soon as you start to be able to communicate to me what it is you want to do, then I'll lock into that with you. You get what I'm saying?
Or
well, I want my child to be a doctor.
I'm going
to force you to be a doctor. Like, nah, it's give you as much knowledge in all things, and then once you've decided I want to do this,
make you as academic as possible.
Exactly.
And especially if you enjoy it, if you don't, like, I'll try push for you to be at least like, let's get you maths, let's get you English, let's at least get you a C, or whatever, then you can do whatever you want to do.
I'm saying.
I'm giving more than basics though. My daughter's gonna be smart as shit. For
sure. But you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like if you know they don't know what they want to do, I'm saying at least get
in the basics,
and then if you decide you want to go to uni or you decide you want to do whatever this full time or whatever, like I'll help you figure that out, kind of thing. But there's some people that just leave. It's just like go to school, how's your day?
Bro, the reason why I asked the question, because for me, I'm swaying on it, bro, and I'm more than likely gonna do it. I don't feel like they need to go to school for a social life, yes, but extracurricular, whatever it is, activities could do that.
You see what it is?
I don't think that they need to go to school because, bro, everything that we learn in school, bro, nothing, bro. Like I haven't applied none of that to my life, you know. Nothing's changed, bro.
You know what it is, yeah. Obviously, for me, I don't see myself living in this country in the future anyway. So I don't know what it would be like in another country, what their schools.
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
So obviously, I know for the UK.
That's what
I don't know what. I don't know, blood, because it's shaky over here right now. Like,
and who you gonna trust? The system or yourself?
Exactly.
That's what I'm looking at. That's the way I'm looking at it, bro.
I trust myself.
That's what Axeman. What would you? That's the way I'm looking at it, bro.
But you see, if I could choose, and based on what I'm understand now, obviously it could change in the future. I would rather send my youth to an international school. Like around like bare different races.
Yeah.
Chinese,
Okay.
Indian.
Okay.
I'd rather do that.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Send them to a predominantly white school.
That makes sense.
At the end of the day, it's still school.
It's gonna do the same.
That makes sense. I get what you're saying.
It's just the teaching techniques are different.
Yeah.
And plus, I feel like with an international school, it's no one's isolated because
I get it. That for that reason there. Yes,
like
I get
you're
it.
actually more prone to know about the world.
For that reason that I get
than
it.
be like predominantly black school. You don't know about black people.
Yeah.
Like I'll be real, because I went to a predominantly black school. Like meeting white people is a bit different to man.
Yeah, there was a really white.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Man can meet white people, be cool with them, but it's like I don't really know what you like.
Yeah.
I know. Sometimes think about the way you say things as well.
Yeah.
Like you're not chatting to the man like anymore. Like
and I remember. Racism has actually been done for how many years now? A man is still experiencing it.
Yeah.
So man's youths are only going to come and experience it, whether it's indirectly or whatever. They're gonna experience something.
And it doesn't matter if we have black children, mixed children. Like we're still darker.
Yeah.
Darker than
like, they're gonna experience it, bro.
Somehow.
Like white people do not experience racism like that. How can you? You are the racist people, bro.
I think that I feel like the white people at our school, they experience some form of racism.
There wasn't a lot of them. Yeah. I can only remember Luke Street and the Ginger. I can't really remember anybody else.
What racism did they experience?
Like just like probably just prejudice. That's a form of racism.
Like what?
Remember, there was a few. Remember,
like just copying man's accents and that, and you know, just not like being friends with them. Like
you know what I mean? Like
I hear exactly what you're saying.
But to me, obviously I don't know how it looked to you, man. But they didn't look uncomfortable to me. They didn't look uncomfortable to me.
I mean, the uncomfortableness wouldn't be with how they acted around man, because obviously they'd be used to man. The uncomfortableness would probably be like, yo. Like you wouldn't want to come next to man.
Yeah.
Which
like,
didn't. With like 10 black youths.
Which they didn't.
And like you're not really like man, if that makes sense. So
because if man like say like, can we say names? We've been saying names. To be fair. We've been saying names.
Too late now.
Yeah. Shout out to Luke. What's it called? Like Luke Street. What's it called? Like man just used to take the piss out of his accent. Like Luke Street, like all the time.
But that's what I'm saying. That wasn't a race thing.
But if someone went that to do, if someone who was white came on to say yo, white, wagwan, fam, it's like you're gonna feel away.
Yeah. And you're predominantly white school as well.
But this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. That's the fine line of copying an accent, because if somebody black had an accent, we'd still take the mick out of that.
Yeah.
How we're sounding isn't an accent. That's like what? That's slang. So you're
still doing it on purpose. You still know what you're doing.
But it's still different now.
If you don't talk like that, taking a piss.
No, facts. No, but it's still different now. Because if man came up to say, "Wagwan fam, da na na na," like that is, you're taking the mick out of like black mannerisms. Whereas an accent, a black person can have an accent. A black person can still sound like somebody from Dudley, or a white person can still sound like somebody.
But
from
would
Dudley.
you take the piss out of their accent?
Yes.
Nah.
Bro, have you not like if there's gal that have come with a Manchester accent, man, copy the accent or take the mick out of the accent. It's just that's
not from the city you're from though.
But because you know what it is, yeah. Imagine because you know
if a man's accent strong.
What if okay, let's say you meet a white guy, yeah, and he starts speaking like that to you, and you don't speak like that. He's taking the piss.
You taking the piss?
Like if you come to see, wow, my brother, I'm thinking, blood. You don't know what I speak like. Like when you speaking to me like that. Like that's a prejudice in a sense. I feel that's a form of racism because it's like you just taking the piss. Like it's like like you're putting on a cartoon. This is what you think, you see us.
What you think we should sound like and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's different to copying an accent. An accent's already there. Like it's.
I hear what you're saying, but
like you can take the mick out of someone's accent. You can take the mick out. Like taking the mick is completely different to being racist.
Well, yeah. Well, but you're taking the mick when you're racist. I think the prejudice and the racist line they're not the same thing anyway. Like, I think it's more prejudice than racism.
Yeah, because where did you get that? Like, if man was, like, let's say, in the Luke Street example, if he was a black youth in a white school, that's not on, bro. Like, white youths just come up to you and like, yo, wow, my brother. And like, just laughing and that.
Because remember, an accent's an accent, you know. We're not cosplaying a white man. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
We're not, like, what is the cosplay of a white man other than an accent? What do you do for that? Whereas if you're doing a wah and you put on some baggy jeans, you put on a baggy hoodie, you put on a beanie, you put on some shades, like it's different.
Now let me ask you, is that us?
No, I'm just saying though, but you can, that's what.
Is that what we're supposed to be? Remember what I was telling you about the hip hop thing? That's been us for about 40 years.
For sure, but
that's not us.
But you get what I'm trying to say though. That can be associated with that, but there's nothing that can really be associated with the accent in Birmingham. If you get what I'm trying to say.
I hear what you're saying, but my point is, you are correct, but because I can't even think of anyone at the top of my head, but if it was a black man with that accent, same strength, you're probably not going to take the piss as much. You're just not going to.
With what accent, sorry?
The same accent, like the exact same voice as like Luke Street.
Yeah.
You're just not going to.
Dudley or something.
Yeah, you're just not going to really take the piss like that.
Oh, man would say you sound like a... What?
Yeah, or you just sound like...
Yeah. Because man used to do it to Raekwon.
Yeah.
Man used to do it to Raekwon.
Yeah.
Because it's an accent, bro.
Man used to do it to Raekwon.
You see what I'm saying? So it hit the same. Obviously, it might not have been as much.
But man would associate that accent
wasn't
with
every
a race
time you spoke to him.
Yeah. And man would associate that accent with a race of people.
Man doing it every time to me.
Every time, bro.
I see when you man do
every time. Every single time.
It's techie, isn't it?
It is techie because, you know, we are who we are, and, you know, it's a beautiful thing. Sometimes I just feel like we need to look sometimes like, yo, if we don't like the way we're portrayed sometimes, how are we portraying ourselves? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
what is it we're actually doing?
For sure.
So what, you don't think black people could be racist?
I think black people could be racist, of course. But I just don't think it will hit as hard as when the white man's racist. When we're racist, it kind of feels...
What? You know what racism's taught me? That sounds mad. You know what going to Jamaica's taught me about racism? It's just like we are in this country. We are in somebody else's land.
Yeah.
Being in a predominantly black country, bro, where we are not the minority, bro, has changed my outlook on everything, bro. Like anything I do here
don't exist.
It's not me. It's not mine.
Yeah, when you're in the Caribbean, you feel like you're supposed to be there.
Like if I do something I know I'm not supposed to do, lock me up. I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah, no,
but I am, and I'm grateful for it. But there's places like Jamaica, bro, where it's full of black people, where the white tourists are there, bro. They're getting looked at funny, and I'm like, wow.
It is mad.
This is nuts, bro.
Like they're just their rate. Like they got names for people, bro.
The airport workers, all black. Like, bro, the people on the plane, the air hostesses are Jamaican. I was just, you want what? I'm like, yes, please.
Yes, please.
Juice or wine? I'm like, you got any water? Like, bro, it's mad, bro. So yeah, like, man will experience that forever as long as we are here, bro.
Oh, 100%.
Obviously, some people say black people can't be racist, and I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that either.
Yeah,
like I said, if you go to Jamaica, they got racial slurs for other races, bro. I wouldn't be able to say them. Like they got real life racial slurs. Like this is what they call these people.
Yeah.
And like
Like if there's a chart, this is what this person is. This is what
that whole, you know, you can't be racist because racism is a systematic thing, blah blah. That people, those think pieces people put on like Twitter and that. I don't abide by that at all. Like racism is racism regardless, because there was a time when black people were the ones on the top.
Yeah.
However, thousands of years ago, we were the ones on top, and you know, I don't know how white people were treated, but if black people gave white people names, that's racism and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Enslaved them and that. That's racism.
It could have been the same thing. It could have been the same thing.
Exactly, could have been the same
just
thing.
in
You know?
reverse, isn't it?
Yeah.
like man say, if you go to the Caribbean, if you go to these countries, if you go to Africa, bro, like Nigeria, they got names for like they call them names, bro. Like they got specific names for people that are not black, like white people or Asian people or Chinese people.
Episode 45 of the Last Place Podcast, guys. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you for you guys coming on. Outro.
Man, like Uzi, I'm not good at this.
Father Uzi blood.
Father Uzi, man. Let's go. I'm here.
Grandson.
Big Tycoon.
Saint Sexo. It's been an absolute pleasure. Obviously, if the guys are around again, you might see them again. It's just whatever. Yeah, man, big things coming. We're going to try some different things. We're going to switch it up. And yeah, let us know if you like this episode. Last episode's still growing, still doing well. We're just going to continue to up it. You'll see us again. Episode 45, people. Yeah, enjoy.